Welcome to Warriors Abyss. I am Rogue Dubs. Before we get into the tier list today, just wanted to discuss some things as it relates to the update. So, obviously, I chose a semi-poor time to finish up these tier lists. I underestimated the extent to which Transcendence was going to be applying to the game. It is on every character, and it has overhauled every character. They have essentially reworked every single character in this game by way of Transcendence, which is incredible. I applaud the work so much. It has created an issue with respect to these tier lists because I started them before the update happened, and there are new unique tactics like Mitsuhide Akachi, for example, that gives 150% bonus barrier damage to any character on barriers, which is nuts. So things like that. Long story short, we are not going to be discussing Transcendence as it relates to these tier lists. We are also not going to be covering changes that have been applied from the patches where they have changed certain moveset values. They've sped some people up, give people some new moves even. We're going to go pre-patch, pre-Transcendence. I think this is good for new people to the game. It's a lot of investment to get someone's unique weapon and transcend them. There's a very small number of people that are going to be able to grind up enough karma embers to have all of their characters transcended within even like a couple of weeks. I mean, it's a big time sink, a big grind investment, and I wanted to get this done and keep some continuity, right, between part 1, part 2, and now we're going to do a third and fourth part. So this video is going to be Shu and Guest, and then the fourth part is going to be all of Samurai, just trying to tighten this thing up and get it done. And we're going to release them, very soon here so that we can potentially go back and do another tier list with the new move sets and all of the new transcended characters with new considerations for how those impact the game. So all that being said, appreciate you watching today. Let's get into the tier list and discussion. Thanks. All right, so just like before, we're going to start with a brief overview of the Shu faction. Of the 3 Dynasty Warriors faction, this by far has the least support. They have barrier damage from Peng Tong. They have attribute 100%, status infliction, and attribute attack plus 50% with Zhuge Liang, which is very hard to activate. And they have summon cooldown reduction with Ying. And they've got wind support with Zhang Fei combined with Macho, which is very strong. Wean is kind of a neutral attack buffing character. When you acquire Tears of Blood, it boosts your attack by 30% for a certain time period. They have a very unique character with Xing Sai that gives you a defense bonus, which is nice. I mean, it's not nothing, But other than that, they are missing flat attack scaling. They're missing a lot of things that make the other 2 factions very strong. They're missing the most characters of any other. So we're hoping for some Shu buffs coming soon. We're going to be talking about some basic neutral buffing characters. I'm going to go ahead and discuss them now so we put them on the screen so you guys remember them. Mature Yukimura Sonida gives 100% attack bonus to skill and wisdom. Muthuri Mori gives 5% attack damage for every charm emblem that you have. Ujiasu Hojo gives 100% attack toward barriers for brave generals. And Munashige Tachibana gives plus 50% attack with strength characters. So those are the relevant things for some characters in Shu, and I will be bringing them up. Just wanted to get them out of the way here at the opening, so we have them in front of you guys to go forward. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the first character, which is in fact Xiao Yun. Xiao Yun increases attack by 5% for every Shu emblem, cuts a second from summoned cooldown timer when you flip shock, increase attack by 50% for enemies with shock, increase Muso charge by 50% for 15 seconds after 1,000 consecutive hits. His emblems are Skill and Bolt. He is Shu and Brave General. These are relevant possessions for attack scaling. Xiao Yun has got to be an S tier character. He's got everything that he needs with Brave General and Skill to get additional attack from MYS, and also with Brave General. He has this thing where he does bonus damage with Shock. Shock is the strongest element in the game right now, so he is able to, with the combination of Lubu and Genshio Tachibana, do crazy damage to anyone. I wanted to cover too, I forgot to mention this at the start, so we'll do it now. The weighting for this tier list is based on the traits of the character, on their player character traits and their unique weapon, as well as their possessions, and then their move set, right? So how much range, power, speed they have with their move set, and finally how fun they are to play. Xiao Yun is very fun to play. His attacks are fast, they get out quickly, he has big range and damage. He's the poster boy of the whole game. He deserves to be an S tier. A great character for new people too, starting out. I would definitely recommend Xiao Yun if you're starting out with this game. Next up, God of War, Guan Yu. He gets a 5% attack bonus for every Brave General. He gets an invulnerability for 3 seconds when hit by an enemy. Increases attack for summoned heroes by 30%, and his attacks get flame attribute when health below 50%. He has Vigor, Strength, Flame, Shu, and Brave General. He also has Might, so he can get the 100% buff from Rachel as well. Forgot to mention that one at the beginning, but very relevant. Guan Yu, unfortunately, is not in his strongest state in this game. He's still going to be an A, though, on the strength of his traits. He's a little bit slow, right? He does have a X attack that buffs his attack, which is really strong. And then he also has Muneshige Tachibana scaling with his strength, and Rachel gives him 100% attack bonus. So he's going to be able to get to a very high attack value. He's still pretty strong, and those new skill upgrades that raise your attack speed are going to be hugely beneficial to him. He is someone that you need to get his X attacks online to be very strong, but at that point he is incredibly strong. Julong is next. He gets a symbol charge by 10% for every Shu emblem, increases his total wisdom emblems by 50%, negates all status ailments inflicted on the hero, and if you have the 4-wheel chariot, he gets an attack and defense bonus by 50%. Starts with 2 wisdom and bolt. Shu, strategist, and talent all have things they can get attack from, especially strategist and talent. Shu not as much as we've discussed. So Julong, one of my favorite characters. His Muso is quite strong for phases. It's not as good for bosses. He also has access to the Lusu plus Kobayakawa tech, where when you have both of them, you're getting plus 6% attack per wisdom emblem, and you're getting 50% bonus, so you keep getting more and more wisdom emblems, and it just goes crazy. He's going to be an A just because he's missing a bit more attack scaling. He's got MYS capability with wisdom, but he's a little bit slow. as a big fan of Zhuge Liang in the past, this is not his best work. This is not his final form, I guess you would say. I wish he was a little bit stronger in this game. Still great. He's very fun to use, just not at the level he's been at before, and missing a little bit of help from his traits. It's fair to say. All right, Huang Zhang charges Musou and his symbol gauge by 50% when you level up. Increase attack by 50% toward archer enemies. Increases Musou gauge charge by 10% for every Shu emblem. Cut a second from summon cooldown timer when you inflict disorient on enemies. He's got vigor and strength and Shu. Those are the only things that he can get attack scaling from. Huang Zhang, fun enough character to use. He's got to be in C. Just missing a lot of stuff that on his traits in particular that make him, really viable at the moment. Just not anything that is going to help you clear, higher traversal. And his emblems are kind of bad as well. He's fun enough to use, the different feeling character, the ranged characters, but for me, not one of my favorite people to use in the game, and I wish he was stronger, is all I can say. Ying increases hero rerolls at saplings by 15%. She increases attack by 5% for every Shu emblem, and charges Musou gauge slightly when you acquire XP. She's got ice only, Shu, and talent. Ying has a very fun moveset. She's also got a unique action. After she performs her charge attack 1, if you attack at the right time afterward, each subsequent charge attack modifies the effect. It makes it way, way stronger. It's really cool once you pretty much charge her up, so to speak. Ying is good. I'm putting her in B, mostly just because of her traits not being quite there and the lack of effective possessions. She does have attack scaling naturally, but she's a little bit slow at times with her moveset. It's kind of hard to use her effectively without getting in trouble here and there. So B feels right to me for Ying. On to Zushu. He gets the number of heroes at Crystal Saplings increased by 1. More likely for Shu to appear. Crystal Saplings. He charges Musou when he inflicts wound on enemies. He's got Wisdom and Slay. Wei Shu strategist. So Zushu, by virtue of being a Wei character and his moveset being very fast and fun, he is at the top of A. His traits are like comfy, but they are kind of bad. Because with his Wei, you don't really want to find Shu characters per se. You really want to find somebody else. You want to find the Wei people to kind of enable him a little bit more, which they do. So for that reason, I'm putting him in only A. And but he's very fun. I mean, he's got a very fast moveset, a unique feeling moveset as well, which is always appreciated. So by the strength of the Wei tab and also his really, really strong Musou attack and the rest of his moves, we're going to put him in A. Guan Yinping. Makes him likely for Shu to appear. Crystal Saplings. Increase attack by 10% for every Might emblem. Attack increase by 30% for 15 seconds after every 1,000 consecutive hits. She has got Vigor and Flame, Shu, Flower of War, and Might. Guan Yinping is a very interesting character. She has a lot going for her with her traits and her possessions, and she's pretty fun to use too. I'm actually going to go A tier here because she's got Might naturally, so she gets that Rachel buff, and her moveset's pretty good. I think she's one that people sleep on a little bit, but she's got a really strong moveset. Her traits are pretty good because there's 3 Might people in Shu. So if you get her dad and Zhang Fei in there, that's 30% attack bonus with just that. And then now there's 11 Might characters. So you can get up to 100% easily. and you're looking for Rachel anyway, to get might, kind of works with herself. And then Flower of War has so many nice things too. So I'm good with an A rank here for Guan Yinping. Kind of a surprise, sneaky pick here, but she makes sense to me in A. Jang Wei is next. He gets his attack bonus by 50% for 20 seconds when leveling up. Replenishes health when he levels up. Charges Muso when he inflicts shock slightly. And doubles formation slot bonus effects. He's got skill and strength. He has Shu, Brave General, and talent. His possessions and his emblems really make you want to put him in A, but I'm not blown away by his moveset. I think he's in B just based on his moveset not being as engaging. Yeah, as Guan Yinping. I mean, candidly, it's just not quite as fun. The fun factor is what's taking Jiang Wei down a little bit here. But he's got really, really strong possessions. You can put Munashige Tachibana and Macho Yukimura Sonida on him to give him more attack, as well as the Brave General Ujiyasu Hojo for barrier damage. Just not quite as fun to use as other characters. So in B tier for me. Liu Bei here. More lucky for Shu emblems to appear as saplings. Increases the number of crystal saplings of heroes or crystal saplings by 1. A 5% attack bonus for every Shu emblem. He replenishes health if his health is below 20% to 50%. That's pretty crazy. If you were that low, it'd be a problem. He's got double charm and Shu. Those are his only. Shu is the only thing that matters for his trait there. So Liu Bei is going to be a B tier for me. I like him. I really do. His moveset is okay. It's pretty fun. His Muso is not that great. It's all about the moveset here, and also the lack of support that he can get on his possessions currently. Like Shu and Ruler, you only got Shu to work with there, so you're really going to be relying on your summons to carry him, which is fine. It's fine. It's just not something that means he's going to be high on the skill list, but his moveset is good enough. Here's Zhang Fei, so 50% attack for enemies with disorient. He charges Muso when we inflict disorient. He's got a 10% attack for every might emblem and an explosion when you destroy enemy barriers that damage nearby enemies. 2 vigor with wind, Shu, Brave General, might. Zhang Fei is probably the best character, in my opinion, for new players to play as. Him and Cao Cao, because they're available so quickly. But he's just got everything going for him, like increasing attack by 50% toward enemies with disorient. You're already lowering their defense by them having disorient, and then he's doing more damage on top of that. You also have access to Oath of the Peach Garden with Liu Bei for 100% bonus attack on him if you get that going. He has Might now, which has the Rachel support from the update. Just an incredible character. One of the best to start with. Again, we talked about Might already. There's a ton of Might characters in the game now. So go off. He's great. He's really, really strong. His moveset is really good too. Very few weaknesses on Zhang Fei. Really, his starting speed is the biggest weakness, but he's got 4-star ease of use for a reason. An incredible character. All right, Macho. He gets an attack, defense, Muso charge, and a symbol gauge charge increase by 30% in danger zones. He increases attack towards Sin Spear enemies, makes danger zones appear more. He does have Shu and Brave General along with his Vigor and Wind. Macho is a very fun character. I really like him. He has to go in A. I would say right here. Strength of his moveset is phenomenal. He's got a great X attack. but his traits are just tough because they don't matter for bosses. Like it's a good thing because it makes him level up more from having a higher amount of danger zones to be in combat longer, more often. That's really good, but it doesn't do enough to make him worthy of an S tier. He does, because he's got Brave General, he deserves to be an A because he's fun and his moveset is good. So that's why he's here and Jang Wei is in B, for instance. Moving on to Wean. Interesting character here. He gets an attack increased by 30%, 15 seconds after every 1,000 consecutive hits. He charges Muso when he inflicts wounds on enemies. 50% attack increased for 20 seconds when you are hit by an enemy. He has got 2 Slay, Shu, and Brave General. Wei Yan is a weird guy. He's a weird character. I'm going to put him in B, like right above Yue Ying and below Jang Wei. He's very good. His moveset is good. He's just missing a little bit of sauce on his traits. Don't do much for you. He's not really helping you otherwise. He's fun for like challenge runs. Like I had one where the video I used him on, I made it so I couldn't dodge. So that bonus attack when he got hit was super great, but he doesn't have a lot of good stuff in his traits at all. And the fun factor is missing a little bit. They've kind of done him dirty over the years. He used to like break dance during his moveset, and they've taken that out a little bit. So he's going to be in B tier. Pang Tong is next. He increases Muso charge by 10% for every Shu emblem. Start of each phase replenishes your health up to 50%. It's below 20%. He gets a Muso experience increase by 100% when enemies defeated with Muso attacks. He's got Wisdom and Wind with Shu and Strategist. So those are pretty good as far as getting access to MYS, having some Strategist attack buff here and there. Pang Tong, I wish it wasn't the case. He's going to be at the top of C tier. I love Pang Tong, but it's just not. He doesn't have enough going on in this game. It's just he's just not strong enough. I wish it wasn't like that, but it is like that. You know, I mean, sometimes you just gotta call it how it is. His moveset is not great. His traits are pretty bad. Overall, you know, you would think his Muso is good. His Muso is not great. It's not excellent. Not one of my favorite characters to use. I wish he was better because I used to love him in other games. He used to like ride on his staff like a magic carpet and fire would spew out of it, but that's not what he does in this game. So I don't love putting Pang Tong in C, but that's how it's got to be. Guanping bestows normal attacks with Slay while health below 50%. He charges Muso by 10% for every Shu emblem. He increases attack by 30% for 5 seconds when you interrupt enemy's telegraph attack. He has got Shu for his emblems, Vigor, and Slay. Very little synergistically going on with Guanping in the game at all. He is a very odd character. He's in a very odd spot in the game. He's not like terrible, but I think he deserves being in D just because he has the same kind of issues that Pang Tong has without MYS and without Strategist. Like, he's got nothing else going on for him. So, you know, Transcendence is going to be great for Guanping. It's going to help him out a lot, but as he stands right now, pre-Transcendence, he's a little bit too slow. His unique action is really weird because what it does is you hold down the button during charge attacks to do an extra attack, but you're going to get hit doing that. And also, you can't do it if you can only do it if your summon on that slot is on cooldown. You can't actually do it unless you've already summoned the charge attack that you're using, which is kind of weird design, but that is what it is. Like, if you try to hold it down, he just summons the person. He just summons them. He doesn't do the unique action. It's super weird. Very, very, one of the few, I would say, poorly designed characters in this game, and in an odd spot. He should be a brave general, but we'll get there, I'm sure. Fa Zhang is next. He gets an attack bonus by 50% when hit by an enemy, an attack bonus by 5% for Shu emblem. He charges Musou slightly when inflicted by disorient. When he inflicts disorient, he has got Wind, Shu, and Strategist. Can't talk about Fa Zhang without talking about his unique action. He places down a cloth with his charge attack 1, 3, and 6, and then he can draw enemies to them that kind of bounces them around, and then he can move them to a different location. He can blow up the rug. It's super weird. He's kind of a gimmick character. He's a little bit slow. I'm putting him at the top of D with kind of a caveat that he's pretty fun to use, but it can be a little scary because he's so slow, and his attacks are very slow. He's very hard to use, and I would say, while he is fun to use, there's a feeling that you're kind of on the edge whenever you're using him. It's not quite. It doesn't feel cozy using Fa Zhang. You're always kind of thinking about, okay, I gotta move this cloth over here and over here. People really like him. For me, it's just not there. So we're putting him in D. Xing Sai, coming up next year. Defense by 5% for his Shu emblem. She charges Musou by 20% while health below 80 is above 80%, and she gets increased experience by 100%. When enemies are defeated with Musou attacks, she has got Skill and Wind, Shu, and Flower of War. The skill really saves Xing Sai. She has Torchbearer as well, which helps her activate Mature Yukimura Sonida. Be at the top of B. Really fun to use. I really like her a lot. She would be an A if she had any kind of attack scaling naturally on her kit. She just doesn't, so she has to be in B. Just because she's missing a little bit of the things that help the people in A do big damage. So we'll leave her in B for now. Kind of a defensive character, but very fun to use, very strong as well. It's a very, very high B, bordering on A. All right, we're moving on to guest characters here, starting with Sophie. She gets an assemble charge by 10% for every Flower of War emblem. She gets 50% bonus wisdom emblems, a 5% attack bonus for being an independent emblem, deals bonus bolt when you destroy enemy barriers. Starts with Flame Bolt, Independent, and Flower of War. Sophie's an S, man. I mean, you've got the bonus wisdom emblems. You've got the attack bonus for independence. Like, it's such a different way of playing, but she's so good. Like, she's so strong. I can't justify putting her in A just because of how powerful she can be, and her moveset is so good. Like, it's just genuinely crazy how strong this character is. She's very slept on as well. But I would say in the running for the strongest Atelier character who went for the next one. The next one is Yumi. She gets an attack bonus by 5% for every independent emblem. She gets when you inflict disorient, it causes an explosion that inflicts enemies with disorient. She gets 50% bonus wind emblems. She has a 30% natural attack bonus toward barriers. She has got independent Master Gunner with Slay and Wind. So she basically gets you immediately done with Zhang Fei and Macho's combination for Wind. She's an S. She's going to be right here. This, to me, is the strongest Atelier character. She's going to feel a little bit slow. when you start, but once you get her X attacks, she's unstoppable. She has a gun, basically, but this is the character that I was melting Goma with. Melting. She's probably one of sneakily one of the strongest characters in the game. With that bonus wind in emblems, it's just so strong, because if you were to get Zhang Fei and Macho, you're doing 200% bonus to disorient plus 100% attribute with that. It's just insane, and she has so much more attack. She's just all out attack with her traits. It's so strong. So she is S tier. Sorry about it. We got Ayane next. This is a very fresh character for me. Untranscended, she gets 7% attack from the Shinobi emblem. She charges Muso when you inflict wound. She has the dumb barrier that blocks attacks for 10 seconds when you defeat enemy with a Sin Spewer. Four Sin Spewers. She's got Speed and Slay, Independent, and Shinobi. Ayane is going to be very top of A, just because, I don't know. I mean, her Muso is so good in phases. She's just missing a little bit against bosses for her moveset. It's just not quite as powerful as the other, as you know, Hayabusa, candidly, but she deserves to be an A. Just incredibly strong, and top of A makes sense, you know, because you get 21% attack with Ri Hayabusa because he has 3 Shinobi, which is nuts. So very fun character. The power creep is real. The guest characters are all really good. Spoilers for the future. They're all really good. Momiji increases a number of heroes at saplings by 1. She causes an explosion that damages some enemies with when you destroy enemy barriers. 30% attack increase against barriers on bosses, mostly. She's got Speed and Flame, Independent, Master Archer, Independent, Shinobi, and Grace, Independent, and that's pretty much it for things that boost her attack. We're putting Omiji at the bottom of A. Her moveset is incredible. You can get the 50% bonus attack from Ayane having Speed. You can also get Yumiya's plus 50% attack bonus for independent characters, which applied to all of them before this, other than Yumiya, by the way. Just forgot to mention that, but it does apply to all of them. But her traits are just missing a little bit of gas to make her have high enough attack values to be above anyone else in A, but she's great. I mean, she genuinely is very fun to use. I had a great time playing as her. All the guests are fun. I mean, you would think they would be. They're using them to try to get people into the game, so they've done a great job with all the guest characters. We're on to Risa. She's got 15 bonus rerolls at saplings. She makes it more likely for Flowers of War to appear crystal saplings. And then she gets a 5% attack bonus for Flowers of War. And when you defeat an enemy, causes an explosion that inflicts enemies with burn. She's got Flame and Ice, Independent, Flower of War, and Talent. Risa's great, man. She's really, really good. We're going to put her at A, right behind Ayane. The first character I used in Atelier, she was the one that we thought we were getting, but she's got the Yumiya attack buff she can get. She's got all the Flower of War synergies she can get with attack bonuses. She's very comfy to use, very fun. Her moveset's quite strong. Easy to use. She's really good. I mean, Risa being an A does not mean that she's not, that she's like way less strong than Sophie and Yumiya. She's just not quite as at their level as far as what their traits do for them and what their moveset can do. So that's why she's down here in A. Ryu Hayabusa is next. He replenishes health by 1% after every 50 enemies defeated, which is great for high traversal. It's incredible for that matter. 50 enemies defeated is nothing. Think about in a phase, once you get 1,000 kills, that's 20 heals. It's awesome. He gets 50% bonus speed emblems, increased attack speed after evading, and 50% bonus vigor emblems, which with the buff they gave to the slashing strikes, having the max out on vigor is so good. His traits, his possessions are vigor, speed, skill, and 2 speed. Independent, brave general. The 3 shinobi doesn't matter for his attack scaling, but it's funny, so he's got 3 shinobi. Ryu Hayabusa is it's very fresh right now, so I'm not sure, but it's either him or MYS now as the strongest character in the game. I'm not like 100% sure anymore who is the strongest, but it's one of the two of them. You're going to have the capstone abilities for speed and vigor easily. If you have Omiji, you're going to have crazy attack from having as many speed emblems as you're going to have. You're going to get all the new attack bonuses from vigor, which the last one's 80% bonus attack. His attack just goes bananas, and his moveset is crazy. His charge 3 EX, charge 4 EX attack is one of the strongest EX attacks in the game. He puts out these like black slashes that just charge forward and just wipe out whole swaths of enemies. His Muso is incredible. He's so fast. He heals himself so much. His scaling is crazy for his attacks. He's nuts. Absolutely nuts. As you would hope that he would be. Last is Rachel. Attack bonus by 10% for every might emblem. Causes an explosion that damages nearby enemies when you destroy them projectiles. Replenishes 20% of your health when you level up. Vigor and Bolt with independent, brave general and might. We're gonna actually put Rachel in B, at the top of B. This is only based on fun factor. I was a little disappointed with Rachel. I thought she'd be more fun to use than she is. The gun was not incorporated enough, in my opinion, with her moveset. It's just kind of weird using her. Like, she doesn't feel as anywhere close to as strong as the other 3 Ninja Gaiden characters. Her might attack bonus is still really good. Like, her attack is going to be really good. Like, this is a B that can still clear the whole game easily, but just not quite there with the other Gaiden characters. And I wish she was a little bit better. I mean, I think having one guest in B makes sense. They're all supposed to be great. She's probably my least favorite of them, just by fun factors. That's why she's down here in B. So that's the tier list. I feel really good about it. Appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, we'd really appreciate that. And let me know in the comments what you think of this tier list. And we will see you for the Samurai tier list. We're going to get these out as soon as we can so that we can reevaluate the whole meta with all the transcendence and all the reworked characters. But thanks for your patience while we work through the ending of these tier lists for some consistency, right? That's the whole goal, is being consistent across the different things from one, bridging an update, which was a huge update, like crazy amount of content. So enough about that. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.